When I teach on tactics and the particular details of the game plan, I often get a question about the role of the Holy Spirit in the process of engaging people about Christ. Because I'm listing all of these things that we're to do, and the thinking that we go through, and the planning and the strategizing and the tactical approach, all of that stuff. And to some people that seems a little austere, spiritually speaking, Spartan. It's like, where's the Holy Spirit in all of that? So what is the role of the Holy Spirit in the process of employing the tactical game plan? I have a very simple way of looking at this. I characterize it this way, that it's 100% God and 100% me. 100% God and 100% man. That's kind of like the Chalcedonian formula about Jesus. It's easy to remember that way. He was 100% God, he was 100% man. In this process, God is 100% responsible for his side of the equation. And I am 100% responsible for my side of the equation. God has to do everything that God is supposed to do. I'm supposed to do everything that I'm supposed to do. So what is my job? My job is to communicate clearly, which includes truthfully, clearly, persuasively, and graciously. Clearly, truthfully, without ambiguity, persuasively, give my reasons, and graciously. When I do that, I'm done. What does God do? Everything else. Everything else. One of on the list of the 10 virtues of a good ambassador, the very bottom one is called dependent. And a good ambassador is dependent because he knows that the results come from a combination of God's power and our efforts. There's a partnership there. God has ordained for me as a follower of Christ to be part of the process of bringing somebody into the kingdom, and I have a specific job to do. My attitude of trust is that if I do my job properly, then God will go ahead and work the way he intends to work, whatever that happens to be with that individual. And I don't know. That's his business. So it's my task, but it's God's problem. My task, but God's problem. God's job is to convict, to change the heart, to win, all of those kinds of things, because I'm up against some pretty heavy competition. Rebellion, sin, spiritual death, slavery to Satan. I mean, this is just bad stuff. There's no way that anything that I'm going to do is going to be able to overcome that. However, God can overcome that, but he always, virtually always, overcomes that through the means of another Christian, and then we have our responsibility. So when I engage, I'm thinking about the details of my engagement and trusting that God is going to do his part, which, by the way, you can count on that. He's always going to do his part. My trust is that God will do his part. My focus is on me doing my part faithfully, and I think that's the way it works.